playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10.
Down. AT Gator. We got to get the ball, team. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Get it.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
X3. 2-8 down.
Now Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
I don't even know why his team showed up. Hey, 88. 7, Mike, 7. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, Delta. Check. Back to one. Fresno.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Rodgers into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Go now. 30 base. 51
Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 44 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
This is Mostert. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs 7, Broncos nothing. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strip that ball.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. 7's and Mike. Mike 7. Let's go one more. Check. Get 300. Get.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. What's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Mostert. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jones. This is caught by Gill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hey, echo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On the ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get this. Ready.
Throwing, Jones. Now he'll pull it down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up.
On the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he hits Drake. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check, 59. Let him know.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch out. Tight end run. You're 3.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
8, 3, 6, 6, 4, 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Just like that. Just like that.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
I know you felt that one.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go now. 60 or. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 50. Go.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time.
They got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Check your hot read. Jump out.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Telvin Smith, he was third in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to look deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Eric Weddle brings him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second and 5 now. Jones. It's caught by Jackson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Uncle, over here. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Bravo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And the Broncos, first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rodgers drops it off for Coleman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Rodgers now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Mike 7. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Back north. Out, right there.
And again, it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Brown. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Jones now throwing on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jones throwing again. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Hey, black. Kill. Try right. He's coming. Double up. Five. Double up. We are going. Safe.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going deep, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch gears, switch gears. General West. Hurry up now.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race past the 20 and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 63 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So what was already a lengthy one takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some strong running. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here, and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
We 19. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Dalvin Smith on the tackle. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
No. 319.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.